All right, let's jump right in. Today we're doing a deep dive on something that sounds pretty interesting in the fencing world, the Nuvo Iron legacy fence system.
Yeah, we've looked at some articles, different viewpoints, really, homeowner, contractor, retailer, and we also checked out a pretty detailed YouTube guide.
Exactly. So our mission here is to figure out why this system seemed to be, well, a bit of a game changer. What's the core benefit for each of those groups?
And crucially, where you can find the really practical step-by-step help if you're thinking of tackling a project with it.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. The legacy fence system, I've heard it called a fence in a box. What's that about?
That's pretty much spot on. They basically took their classic popular iron fence look, the coral profile, and they engineered it so everything you need fits neatly into a box.
Okay, so it's designed for convenience.
Total simplification, from ordering it to getting it home and then actually installing it.
Right, and that simplification, that must be huge for homeowners, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, think about a typical fence project. It can feel pretty overwhelming, right? Sourcing posts, panels, hardware.
Yeah, lots of running around.
Exactly. With this, it's all in one package. Or, well, a few manageable boxes. It cuts down massively on hassle, makes transforming your backyard feel, doable.
Plus, it's not just convenient, it looks good, and it's tough, right?
Yeah.
The sources mentioned durability.
Definitely. It's galvanized steel, so strong already. Then they add a super protective layer and then a textured black powder coat.
So it's built to last, unlike, say, wood that can warp or rot.
Precisely. No warping, sagging, rotting. It handles weather really well. And maintenance, super low. Just soap and water, no staining needed ever.
That's a big selling point.
Yeah.
And it adds security, boosts curb appeal.
Yeah.
There was mention of a 10-year warranty, too.
Yep, 10-year warranty. And another key thing for homeowners, it's designed with pool code compliance in mind.
Yeah.
Things like picket spacing, self-closing gate options.
Important. Though you still need to check local rules, obviously.
Yeah. Always check local regulations, yeah. But the system itself is built to help meet those typical standards.
Okay, clear benefits for the homeowner. Let's switch gears. What about the professionals? The contractors installing fences day in, day out.
Right, for contractors, the story is really about efficiency, and that means saving time and money.
How so?
Well, think about their workflow. Less time sourcing parts, less worry about missing pieces because it's all kitted. The panels arrive pre-assembled.
So installation is much faster.
Way faster. On standard installs, there's often no cutting or field assembly needed. They can potentially finish jobs quicker, maybe fit more projects into their schedule.
Which means better margins, potentially.
Exactly. Higher margins, more predictable supply, professional grade quality they can rely on. It's even designed to be easy to transport in a standard truck.
And hardware is included, like brackets and gate kits.
Yeah, the essential hardware comes with it, reducing order mistakes. Plus, that pool code readiness is a bonus for them, too. It just leads to smoother projects, happier customers.
Makes sense. And quickly, what about the retailers, the places actually selling this stuff?
For retailers, it sounds like a product that, well, moves. High appeal for both DIYs and pros.
And the in-a-box thing simplifies things for them, too.
Big time. Easier inventory management compared to stocking tons of separate components. Saves space. Instructions are online, so no paper clutter. It's just a cleaner, simpler product to stock and sell.
So simplification really is the theme here. Let's touch on some key features. The product line itself is pretty streamlined.
Very. Often you only really need 3 main things: the panel, the post, and the gate kit. The whole system uses just, I think, 9 core product types. Much less confusing.
And handling slopes.
Oh,
Uneven ground.
You just stair-step the panels. Pretty standard technique, but the system accommodates it easily.
Gotcha. Any key dimensions people should know, like for gates or panels?
Yeah, the standard usually is 72 inches wide.
And you can cut them if needed.
You can, yes, if you need a custom length. The sources mention how to do that properly, making sure you seal the cut ends to prevent rust. And it comes with various brackets, wall mounts, base plates for concrete, even swivel ones for angles.
Built tough, easy to adapt.
Yeah.
Okay, now for anyone listening who's thinking, I want to install this or needs to guide their team, that YouTube guide sounds crucial.
Oh, it really is. The ultimate guide video they mentioned, it's like a full walkthrough. It covers everything.
Like what specifically?
Planning your fence line with strings and stakes, figuring out post hole locations, hanging the gate using base plates on concrete, using wall mounts.
Wow, that sounds incredibly thorough.
It is. Techniques like tamping soil, adding gravel, even how to touch up scratches in the paint. It's all there.
Fantastic resource then.
So when you boil it all down,
Yeah.
what does this all really mean?
I think the Nuvo Iron legacy fence system is really trying to merge that traditional iron fence quality, the style people like, with this modern need for things to be simple, efficient.
For everyone involved.
Yeah, for the consumer doing a project, the contractor who needs speed and reliability, and the retailer managing stock. It's presented as a way to make the whole journey, planning, buying, transporting, installing, just easier, more straightforward.
Making that path a lot shorter and less complicated. And people can find out where to buy it on their website.
Yep, the where to buy section.
That's it for this episode of The Iron Mic, brought to you by Nuvo Iron. If you liked what you heard, follow us to stay up to date on our latest episodes. Got questions? Interested in the products we talked about? Or have a project to share? Visit nuvoiron.com or find us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and TikTok at Nuvo Iron. Until next time, listen in, learn more, and build better.